Hey, Kyle Quirk here from Music Minded, and here is the note of the day. I just want to talk about 5 plugins that I use virtually on every session. These plugins have the ability, you got to be careful with this, the magic pill effect, meaning they're pretty magical. It's not going to fix everything, but by applying these 5 in the course of your mix, whether it's on the mix bus or certain channels or buses, it really has a pretty big effect on the ability to make it sound bigger, more real, more exciting. And here are those plugins. The first one is the Virtual Console Collection. Slate Virtual Console Collection. Neve, API, an RCA tube, SSL, an EMI, I believe. I think I've only used the EMI once, but this is a great way of putting a little something on every track, and it just gives more of that sound of a console. Nothing groundbreaking, but this really does make a difference in my opinion. The second is the UBK1 compressor. I have not used a different compressor on my drum bus in years. Maybe a 1176 once or twice, but for the most part, it is always on my drum bus, and I don't think I could live without it. I really don't. UBK1 for drums, a Waves plugin that I use on my mix bus every single time is the J37 tape. I love this plugin. It just brings things to life a little bit in a way that's hard to describe. Obviously, it has a tape effect, but I love it. The J37 Waves, J37 tape on the mix bus. Another plugin that I love to use, and I don't understand really anything about it, Greg Wells, great engineer and producer, put up a video and I saw it. It's the Phase Linear Multiband or Linear Phase Multiband by Waves. I put it right before the limiter after all my mix bus plugins, which aren't a ton, but I put it right before the limiter 90% of the time, and it just has this ability to open up the mix a little bit. There is somewhat of a tape effect. It seems to brighten things a little bit, which I'm always wary of, but it just opens up the mix a little bit. It's the best way to describe it. Eric Valentine, a phenomenal producer, mixer. He was talking about on a tutorial on one of his mixes, and I just couldn't believe how good it sounds. And I use the EQ, but the magic part of this plugin for me is the drive knob. I am telling you, when I put it on a mix, I do my little EQ, and I might just hit a tiny bit, like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock on the drive knob, and the way it analogizes, for lack of a better term, it's unbelievable. It just fills things out, kind of like the inflator from Sonics, but a little bit different. It's just drive, it's just saturation, distortion, but I think it is the most magical little knob I've ever used in plugins. The drive knob on the side Q, EQ from Sound Toys. And there are other plugins that I have not used that everyone uses that I will get at some point. But the good news is I haven't felt the need to get them because I'm so happy with what's available to me and what I have. And here are the 5. There's the Black Box HG2. Everyone uses it. Everyone loves it. It's supposed to be a great plugin. Got to get it. Decapitator, been around forever. Been wanting to get it forever. Great on drums, great on a lot of things. Decapitator by Sound Toys. Sonics Inflator, I have it. Phenomenal plugin. I just don't use it that much anymore. The Fab Filter Saturn, which the company Fab Filter is extraordinary. Fab Filter Saturn, great saturation plugin. And the last one is the UA MPEX ATR, which emulates tape. So those are 10 plugins, the 5 that I listed that I use and the 5 that I know about. And I have friends and associates, colleagues that use them all the time and swear by them and frankly yell at me for not having them. That's true. So anyway, I'm Kyle Quirk. You've been watching Music Minded. Have a great day. Happy holidays.